that cab, man. That looks good.
Good morning, everyone. Thomas Donahue from the Driver's Apex. It's the morning. I've got my brown sugar Pop-Tart. It's an organic Pop-Tart. But the focus, it's on the car. Oh, look at that. Right there, you can see our CA tuned oil cap looking pretty sharp. Posted that on Instagram the other day about a left-right picture, and someone had spotted that I left an oil cap there, which was pretty sharp. So kudos to you all. So we're gonna start working on dropping the rear subframe soon. So I've already started connecting with my shop. It's a couple guys that I trust really well. We're gonna go ahead and drop this rear subframe, get the camber toe adjustments welded in, put in the CA tuned poly bushings, trailing arm bushings, diff bushing. What else? I just want to make sure everything is welded up as well for the sway bars. So I haven't gotten those yet. Trying to figure out budget and stuff like that. Wife is pretty strict sometimes about the budget, but I appreciate that. Otherwise, I would sink every penny that I've earned into this car. I think I might make a video sometime about how much this thing has cost me, what you can expect when restoring an E30 that is not perfect from the start. If it's not perfect from the start, buyer beware. Something I should have learned earlier on. Maybe getting an inspection done before you buy a car is probably a good idea. I'll spend some time one day talking to you about that. But let me go ahead and show you what the CA tuned oil cap looks like. So Igor at CA tuned, as soon as I saw it on his Instagram, I think it was his Instagram, I was like, I've got to get this. So I'm in Tucson, Arizona. No, it was actually Facebook. As soon as I saw it on Facebook, I already saw some of my friends who have some E30s. We're like, I'm already ordering one. He also sells this. I've got to see if he still has any of those in stock. But this and the radiator support bracket would match. But it's beautiful. It's got some heft to it as well. This, there's nothing to this. That literally weighs like a half a pound. I don't know what it weighs. He might be able to tell us more about that. But it's got some heft to it. So I think it looks pretty good. What do you all think? All right, before we go any further, there's the Euro trim. So when I was visiting Igor in California, I live in Arizona. I think we got some really cool license plates for historic cars. Maybe not as cool as California, but I was in LA, right? And I backed into a McDonald's little yellow post and crushed the centerpiece back there. There's like a little damage right there, nothing too crazy. But I finally got rid of the side markers because they were broken. The whole thing was a mess. The front looks really good. Those are done. So now I'm going to go ahead and take that wiring and get the day lamp wired in. And then I've got the Euro grills. But this front, oh my gosh. That's from our freeways here in Arizona, just a mess. I've communicated with Maaco, or Maaco actually does a pretty decent job from the reviews that I saw, and about what it would cost to get the fenders, hood, mirrors, front bumpers, valance, and blend into the front doors here. Okay, whew. I thought that was a deep scratch. So I think with my labor, because I would pull everything, there's no point in having them do it. I think it's about $1,400, $1,500 to have them paint it. Of course, I would do all the wet sanding, cut, polish, stuff like that. Comment below, do you think $1,500? Whew, why am I out of breath, y'all? Do you think $1,500 would be a good deal? It's not a show car. It's never going to be a show car. I'm just trying to get it back to some kind of OEM look. And to be honest, it can't be worse than what it looks like now. It might show up on camera looking pretty decent, but it's not. It's stuff like this. Someone did a previous paint job, so it's not even the original paint. So frustrating. You know what else is frustrating? Someone opened my garage door because I left the garage door opener one day in the car parked outside. They stole one of my jacks. They stole a drill. What else did they steal? They stole something else that was really important and frustrating. But yeah, there's my rear subframe. Trailing arms. I think the trailing arms I have packed away, so I'm working with the shop to go ahead and get all of that taken care of. Pressed press all the bearings out, stuff like that. So there's the old trim. Yuck, that was a mess. Someone already tried repainting it, wasn't worth it. So spare block. I know you all have asked for me to build an engine. It's in the process. I think I'll do either a 2.9 or a 3-liter build. And then I have a beamer head, cylinder head, I spent a lot of money on. And bam, it's chilling right there. Beamer head, cylinder head. Actually, you can see it says beamer heads. If any of you want it or want to buy a beamer head, cylinder head, it's the touring head, let me know. If not, I'm going to hold on to it and build, I think, a pretty rad engine. So that's where we're at. So I think I'll post this before I start on the build. It's probably going to take me a couple weeks to do. Yeah, all this Euro stuff's really coming together. We got the Euro plate filler, got the trim, got the front end. Look at that, got my CA tuned air freshener. Car's pretty clean on the inside. Once I get the hood painted, then I can go ahead and get the insulation put in. But I've got a little ding right there that's got to get fixed. Let's see if this shows up on camera. Yeah, see those scratches? That's not clear coat. That's in the paint. Someone did a crap job finishing, and I think they did like a 320 grit, which you can't do a 320 grit. I don't even think you can do 400. It needs to be like a 600 grit on a silver metallic. Otherwise, all the scratches are magnified. But at least I was able to color correct with my polisher. Yo, y'all, my garage is a mess. All right, bam, so there's my polisher. All right, so while I'm waiting for my appointment with a student, Pete's got really good reviews. If you look at this location, the Maaco, I was actually quite surprised. So we're looking at front bumper, fender, bonnet, door. So let's see here. So we're looking at, for the hood's about $313 to paint the hood, and that's if I took the hood off. They said I don't need to take the hood off, but I think you'd probably get a better paint job if you took the hood off. Bonnet, hood. Let's see here, mirrors. If we're to do the mirrors are really cheap, I think. I think it was probably like $60 or $70 per mirror, something about that. So the total cost is $1,950 to do bonnet, valance, bumper, front splitter, 2 mirrors. Did I say fender? I think I might not have. And then blending into the 2 front doors. But of course, if we subtract R and I think they know that I'm capable of that. I hope I am. That's about $1,480 I'd spend in total to have all of that painted. This doesn't include them wet sanding and polishing the car. I would do that myself. I've been meaning to do a little video on how to do that, or how I've been learning how to do that. I'm sure I have a lot to learn. What else? Yeah, there's no point in paying for all this R&I. I mean, some of the labor to remove some of these things is laughable, but hey, I get it. They've got to get paid, so no big deal. Why am I looking at a Maaco for a paint job? I don't know. Let's pan to me real quick. All right, I have never shot a video in the house before, so you kind of get an idea of like what the inside of my house looks like real quick. Why am I looking at Maaco? Well, I've got a couple paint estimates of approximately $14,000 to $15,000 to paint the car. That's insane. I say I'm a lot. I've got to work on that. Of course, that $14,000 to $15,000, that's taking the paint all the way down to metal. Maaco doesn't do that. They take it down to the primer, they feather out, those types of things. So I recognize that. It's not an equal to equal kind of paint job. Car's been painted before, trash job. It looks good from 10 feet. The closer you get, you realize all the imperfections. I think all that I'm looking for is just to make the front end look better. It's really frustrating when you put in that Euro trim and, you know, the smileys and all this other stuff, and all you see are the whole front end is peppered and looks horrible. Not looking for a show car paint. That's why I'm looking at Maaco. Is it great? It's debatable. I don't know. Some people say you get a good job. Some say you don't. That whole idea of you get what you pay for. I totally get it. But but I'm looking at $1,480 to freshen up the front end. Is it a perfect color match? I don't think so. I don't think they guarantee a perfect color match to my paint code 244. But me being type A, me filming and being a part of the process, I'd like to put a little pressure on them to get it as close as possible. I think that's important. So what do you all think? Do you think $1,480, is that something I should do in terms of getting the front end refreshed? Or should I do something different? Should I go ahead and start investing in wheels and those types of things? Leave a comment below. All right, y'all, I know I've been blabbing a whole lot. I haven't even started eating my Pop-Tart. I don't even know if you want to call it a Pop-Tart. It's not really a Pop-Tart. It's one of those like Annie's Organics or something like that. But I'm hungry. I've got a couple appointments still scheduled for the day. Had 2 awesome ones this morning. One I was a little bit nervous for. I've told my students before, I do get nervous as a counselor sometimes working with students. As a counselor, I never know what's coming. All right, y'all. I was filming and my dad called me and stopped the video. So I decided to eat a Pop-Tart. Then I started filming. I had some Pop-Tart in my mouth. So it was kind of rude. My bad. Where was I? Counselor. I get nervous sometimes and I tell my students that. And they're like, really? So I think it gives them a lot of courage to know that I, as a counselor, I get nervous. Sometimes I don't know what to say. And I think everyone's putting so much importance on what to say, how to say. The biggest thing is learning to be okay with mistakes. I make so many mistakes in my videos, in this build, in my driving, but I acknowledge them. It's okay. I have my failures, I have my mistakes, but I'm learning. And that's why we have this channel. I'm grateful to all of you to help me figure out what's working, what's not working, what I could do better, where my mistakes are. I think it's important to model these things. One of our math teachers was sharing my YouTube channel with his students. I think that's awesome. I think it humanizes us. In this virtual world, allows our students to see me, Mr. Donahue, with a YouTube channel working on cars. A lot of the kids at our school know this car, but I think that YouTube channel part of it's really cool. It humanizes us. So I'm gonna pause there. I definitely want you guys to like, comment. Comments are so important. I love the comments. Look through all of my videos. I reply to every single comment. Sure, it's easy to do when you have 104 subscribers, but I love the comments. I'm a counselor. I like to talk. Follow me on Instagram as well, The Driver's Apex. I'm gonna put in a quick driving video or something like that. It's all been talk. We like a little bit of driving, a little startup video, stuff like that. It's an E30. These things sound awesome. And wait till I get headers one day. It's gonna sound even more intense. So we have a lot planned for this car. I know it's my only car for the channel, but keep on watching. This here soon, I think we're gonna take this truly off-roading. I'll share with you maybe on Instagram, a buddy of mine that took a Dodge Challenger up one of the most gnarly roads in Tucson. He went from about 3,000 feet up to 9,000 feet off-road in his Dodge Challenger. So if the Dodge Challenger can do it, Honda CR-V, front-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive, I think can totally do it. So look for that video soon. One more thing. Wow, a lot of talking today. Must be because I'm in counselor mode today. I think it's about time that I get a GoPro and I start learning how to edit on Adobe. So look for the quality of videos to improve. Everything I've been doing, it's on the iPhone 11. It works great, no complaints, could be better. And I'm editing on iMovie, y'all. So I think it's time, now that I have 100 subscribers, some of y'all are interested in what I'm doing, that I improve the quality. I want you all here. I want to grow the channel. I want to grow the channel so that we have more cars. We have an E30 Touring. I've thought about an E30 M3. That's always a possibility. Porsche 993. I think I want my channel to be classics. I want to work just on classics. The new stuff's cool, but I love the classics. Maybe a 2002. Comment below, what kind of car should we work on next? All right, thanks y'all. I'm back real quick. I still have the Pop-Tart. I just finished an hour-ish meeting with a student. Went super awesome. Love meeting with our students. I think they're awesome. Look at that. There's a CA tuned air freshener right there. It smells really good. Let's put the Pop-Tart down on the windshield wiper reservoir. I forgot to add. Got the Euro clock. Yeah, right there. So I polished the plastic. I just used Chemical Guys 34, 36, and 38 compounds with a rag. As you can see, it's super shiny. Put some Chemical Guys like vinyl rubber protectant on the plastic. Looks super good. We're gonna install this soon. Igor was super cool and included a pigtail. I went ahead and ordered a 13 to 6 pin pigtail, just so it's an easy plug and play in case I want to use my 13 button OBC in the future, because I do like it. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're doing rallies and you want to average mile per hour and time and stuff like that. I think it's super helpful. We do some rallies. Actually, let me show you real quick. Hold on. 2 years in a row with the Sonoran chapter. The last race was super hard. A buddy of mine who's a car instructor and race car driver, he scored second, and I think I beat him by like 1 point or 2 points. But the first one was pretty amazing. It was kind of easier, but the second race was super hard. Got some CA tune stuff there. So yeah, so rallying's a lot of fun. Got that clock when I was a kid from my mom. All kinds of, more CA tune. I've got more posters as well. All right, so I went on a tangent there, sorry. I'm just kind of riding a high from counseling a student. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get that done. I think the pigtail arrives on the 24th. I'll do a short video on that. I think it'll only take like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm kind of enjoying these short 5 to 6 minute videos. If you're kind of like me, look at a video, see what's important, scroll through those types of things. Some videos I'll make, of course, that are 15 to 20 minutes. But right now I'm really enjoying like those 5 to 6 minute videos. So, all right, now I'm out for real, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. We're over 100. I can't wait to get to 200 and keep moving it forward. So, all right, peace.